All right, we're doing straight into it. I don't like when we talk before.
Why not?
Because it just seems awkward. Whenever I'm editing it, it's like...
You're listening to Real Men of Genius.
Whenever I'm editing it, it just sounds kind of weird.
You make it sound like you do so much, but you really just match audio to video.
And I have to bleep because of your potty mouth. Wow. What a way to start this one off. Have you been drinking? Anyways, it is episode 9 actually this time. I said it was episode 9 last time. Was fully wrong on that. It was episode 8. But here we are, episode 9. Matt as always. And then we have another Matt here. Matthew, he's a fellow Texan. We also have a dog in the booth today. So if there's any unexpected noise, you can blame this guy.
Hey, she is my queen. My second queen.
Yes, queen.
Yes, queen.
All right. Took it too far. Anyways, Matt, are you excited to be here?
Look, about time.
Talk into the microphone.
I'm so happy to be here right now.
Talk into the microphone.
He's talking to the
I'm
microphone.
already talking. You don't got to tell me how to talk into a microphone.
Don't talk into the top. Talk into the side.
Everybody and their mother that I know that watches this podcast is like, who's that square body over there can't talk into the microphone?
All 3 people that
guys.
watch this.
Hey, I'm way over here. Can you hear me? No, you got to get up on the microphone. Just like that.
Yeah.
Dude, what's up with those crazy little, like, killer eyes you got right now?
I don't know. Why don't you tell me?
I don't know.
No,
This is how this whole podcast is going to go. It's just going to be
me and him going at each other because we
Good.
hate each other's
Good.
guts.
I really don't want to talk that much. Normally it's me. You know, my back's sore when we're done with this podcast because I'm.
Oh
carrying
yeah,
it the
because
whole
I
time.
can get in edgewise with you and Vargas talking about Ackerman shims and
That was
angles.
one time.
But if we go, hey, do you like the color of that hero card?
Matt knows
Then we
about
go
it.
like that. Yeah. Then we can go back and forth.
Yep.
I don't do hero cards.
Hey, where's your purple shirt at, by the way?
I have 3 of them now. I've acquired 2 more.
I love this.
Good deal. Good deal. Well, Thanksgiving happened, people. We don't have a race to talk about, but we got actually, I raced last week, but
Where'd you race?
in the Thundercloud Subs Turkey Trot, 5 miles. I finished, out of the timed people, I finished 835th out of 2,000 or 2,100, which isn't bad. I'm no runner. I am no track star.
She's a runner. She's a
Wait, where'd you do this at?
In Austin, like
You went back home.
yeah, through the streets. I was running through the streets.
Nice.
I was running down Mopac actually at one point. For any Austin listeners, you know what that is. If you don't, figure
Give
it out.
Program.
Look it up.
Yep. Missouri Pacific. It's actually in Texas though, so it doesn't really make much sense.
How was it being back at home?
It's good. It's good. Got to see some friends. Went to a UT game. Got to sit in a suite, which was pretty sick.
Is this appropriate?
I mean, I'm not really a UT fan. I'm a fan of going to watch a football game in a suite.
Yeah, that's pretty clutch.
I mean, I'm really not a college football fan. Not really a huge college football guy at all. I know that might be contrary to popular opinion, but only football I watch is Dallas Cowboys, and that's about it.
How about them boys on Thanksgiving?
Hey, why
How
don't you
about
shut
them
up?
rests on Thanksgiving, brother?
Look, just because you're a Packers fan,
From
get
the
over it, dude.
Style.
Why don't you go back up north and drink your spotted cow and go away?
You're so hostile.
Spotted cow
Why are you
ass.
so hostile?
Damn,
Because we're brothers.
he's bullying you harder than I ever have.
That's not saying much. You don't bully me
No, I don't.
because we're
I'm
actually
a kind
friends.
soul. I'm a kind
We're
soul.
actually friends.
Y'all are friends. Winnie's gonna get in the frame here.
She's like, hey, what's that?
She's just a very,
She's a
curious
curious
dog.
puppy.
She's very curious.
Curious Win.
I love it. Squeaky cheese.
Is that who they named the grocery stores after?
Winnie?
Winn-Dixie?
Winn-Dixie. No.
Well, what'd y'all do Thanksgiving? We know we talked about me, and y'all are just sitting here quiet, just beefing, just going after each other.
I had it with my future in-laws.
Right?
We deep fried our turkey.
Really?
It was the juiciest turkey I've ever had.
I got to be honest. I'm so happy you're talking into the microphone because normally I'm having to turn your audio up whenever I'm going through editing. Not quite as bad as some folks.
I found a new hockey trick. You just rest your nose on the
That's
top
gross.
of the microphone.
That's gross. Then if someone else ever sits in that seat, they're gonna have your nose sweat touching their face.
And that's disgusting.
Yeah. And I was listening to a Barstool podcast the other day, and apparently that's a problem because they use the podcast studio so much. They're like, these mics Smell
gross.
disgusting.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is how you
gross.
assert your dominance.
Oh, is that how you do it?
Yeah. You put your nose right on it.
Dr. Dump, how was your Thanksgiving? Where'd you go? What'd you
It
do?
was good. Spent it with my girlfriend, and we went to her aunt's house and had a good time. Ate some food, and heck, I don't even remember what else we did after that. We just had a good old time.
All right. Well, let's hit a solid overused topic here. What is y'all's favorite Thanksgiving food?
Well, my favorite growing up was my grandma made these shredded potatoes, and they were called yummy potatoes.
Oh yeah.
Oh, bomb.
It's always the foods that have special names
Oh, yeah.
that are the best.
And let me tell you what, they're yummy.
Stuffing or dressing? What do you call it?
Stuffing.
I called it dressing last week actually, but I said that was my favorite last week, but I'm 180ing on that. You know, sweet potato casserole
Can't beat it.
is so good.
Cannot
dude.
beat it.
It's just pure dessert, really. And then my mom makes this stuff called pretzel salad, and it's like I don't even know what it is. The filling in it, it's like some kind of white filling. Like I don't know if it's like cheesecake filling, whatever it is. It's mostly Cool Whip, I think. And then there's like strawberry Jello with strawberries in it, and then on the bottom it's like a pie crust, but it's pretzels.
So we went keto when we went home.
Far from keto when we went home. I went neato when we went home.
Rough.
It wasn't rough. It was actually like the best week of my life, being able to eat what I wanted to eat again. I ate chips and salsa at all the Mexican food restaurants.
Of course.
I ate the bread when I went to the Salt Lick. I had the damn pretzel salad and the sweet potato casserole. Gosh.
Hey, you went to the Salt Lick?
Yeah. My brother was working. He was waiting tables up in there.
I still got to use that barbecue sauce I bought last year.
I have
this year,
some.
when I went
Actually,
to-
I don't know. I have some of that, and I also have DJ Paul's smoked out, loked out barbecue sauce. And if you don't know who DJ Paul is, maybe you should look it up.
DJ Paul. That's a walk. Wasn't that?
You're embarrassing yourself.
That's fine. I do that on a daily basis, so it doesn't really bother me.
All of these listeners.
All two of them.
No, there's more than that.
You got the ring light just cooking in your face.
I mean, the ring light.
I look like
into your
I probably
eyes
look
is
like a
crazy.
turkey.
Yep, you're pretty wild.
Yeah.
I feel like the lighting is messed up in here. Maybe I'm tripping. I don't know. You all right over there?
Good.
Oh, she's having a ball.
Also,
It's our first studio audience.
it is. It really is.
You need a crowd.
Yep.
For that.
Yeah. This is Winnie. Another thing.
She's the mascot.
When I went home, I went to one of my Pledge Brothers baby showers.
Alpha Delta Kappa Treta.
Yeah, one of those. We have new podcast table decor. A nice succulent.
Is it a real one or is it a fake one?
That is real as it gets. Look,
You
I
getting a green thumb?
already broke a piece off. So,
I guess not.
Kudos to you.
well, it happened on the airplane. I checked my bag and I tried to vacuum seal that. I put that in a Ziploc bag and tried to vacuum seal it, thinking it would hold it tight and
What
nothing
did
would happen.
TSAs think about that?
I don't know. I just checked it. I threw it up on the scale and off it went.
Is that a weed?
It's
3/4 of an ounce.
yeah.
Green stuff.
Whatever, they can look at it, and TSA people can inspect it if they want, but it's just something. It's a gift from a baby shower, man. So if you try to take me down over that, you should be ashamed of yourself. But anyways,
Aren't we all?
yep, we're all. Dude, Winnie walks kind of crazy.
She doesn't bend her back like knees, so she runs like she's hiked.
She's hiked up.
Like she's hiked for straight up.
She's got
Downforce.
She's got plenty of rake in the setup. Maximum downforce.
When she sits, her back legs hover in the air.
What?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Damn, that is crazy.
When she comes back from her explorations,
Why is that? Why does she do that?
I think they think something's not wrong with her knees,
Her
but
ligaments?
they're just like super tight. So
Tight, dude.
Tight.
Dude.
tight.
So, gonna switch gears here. Have y'all seen Fast and Furious 9?
Is that the one with John Cena?
I don't know.
Is that the
I think
newest
that's
one?
the new one.
I don't know. I didn't see him.
I have not watched it.
You set me up for that one.
Yeah, I know.
I have
D's in it too.
not. Who?
D's nuts.
Oh man, you got me.
Woo! That was the best ever. So happy I got to do that today.
I watched that movie on the plane ride to Hawaii.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What'd you think of it?
The movie or the flight?
The movie.
Both were terrible.
I don't know. I mean, it was kind of corny, not going to lie.
It was awful.
A lot of fan service.
Yeah.
A lot of fan service. The only thing they were missing was Johnny Tran to be in the movie, and then they would have had every single person from every single movie in that movie.
Cops raided my house.
I don't understand how we went
Disrespected me in front of my family.
How did we go from awesome street racing to like dealing with the FBI and stopping world crimes?
Hey, that's showbiz, man.
Wait, where is it? That's what it is, baby.
Right there, money
Show
counter.
me the money. That's all it is.
You know what I'm saying?
We have underutilized the soundboard.
I know, we have. We really have, but we're going to bring it back. But I liked it, dude. Honestly, pretty sick. Everybody, you know.
You've seen the movie, right?
Oh, yeah. I forgot it at home. I was so upset about it. My mom's shipping it to me so I can watch it again.
The where they're at Irwindale, that whole sequence is just so cringeworthy.
How is it cringeworthy?
Just like,
dude, his dad was going to get a ride in the Bush series next year.
Yeah, but just the way it was just... The way the cars were racing, the way they just magically blow up and flip. And
well, you saw why it blew up in the movie.
I know. I don't want no spoilers.
I'm not going to spoil that, but I'm just going to tell you, you see why. You see what happened. There was something that happened.
I feel like there's a failure of safety equipment somewhere.
It's in the 80s.
They still had to run fire bottles.
Did they? In the 80s?
I
don't know. I knew a story of a guy who filled his fire bottle up with lead because they didn't check it.
Was that Schrader?
Huh? No, it was a guy I used to drive Legends cars for. Works at RCR now.
I know the old hack used to be you always put the driver's water bottle in the cup holder, fill it with lead.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's just when you're going through like pre-race tech, though.
Oh, do we want to talk about some breaking NASCAR news that happened today?
What is it?
We got
The whole RPM.
Oh yeah, that was pretty
GMS
crazy.
merger.
There's been so much news come out in the past 3 days. Sorry, to cut you off.
You always do.
I know. I'm trying to be conscious of it. I'm sorry.
I'm just staring at that majestic beast over there.
Oh. Well, the news I thought you were going to talk about was all the stuff about the fairgrounds coming out, which is kind of neat.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens there.
Now the question becomes what loses.
Dover.
Yeah. But Dover already has one race. But at Dover, no, you hit a market that you're not going to hit anywhere else.
At Dover?
Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah. You hit that Maryland, New
What about
Jersey.
like Pocono and Watkins Glen?
I mean, you're all up there. Pocono, Watkins.
Yeah.
Watkins Glen is so far away
New
from
Hampshire.
Dover.
I mean, all that area is up there. But look at the last few years.
It's gonna happen. You're not gonna have two Nashville tracks though.
Are you sure?
It would be stupid to do.
Would it be
the Super Speedway and the fairgrounds?
Would it be?
I would much rather go to the fairgrounds.
If you go to Texas Motor Speedway, the same track twice in 1 year, why not go to the same city and give them a little variety?
What if
it's not even the same city though?
It's close enough. It's close enough.
Lebanon is an hour away from.
Is
Nashville.
it an hour?
Yeah.
It's like maybe like 56 minutes.
Okay. Fairgrounds though, I actually have been to as a pit crew guy, and it's top notch.
In ARCA?
ARCA. They rolled out so they didn't have safer barriers, so they get 10-foot by 10-foot styrofoam blocks.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of places like
Like
up
Berlin
in the Midwest
does that,
yeah.
and Toledo.
It's
That was when
awesome.
me and I were on the same pit crew.
Yep.
I don't think you were there yet.
I was jacking for Nashville and then Toledo.
Yeah.
I was jagging.
We were part of a pit crew called the Island of Misfit Toys.
I know, that's a pretty sick name. I like how pit crews have names. Y'all should like make. There was some team. Oh, the Pickle Squad or whatever.
Pickle Gang.
Pickle Gang. They have like their own Twitter page.
Yeah, that's Tommy Joe Martin's Xfinity.
Y'all
crew.
should be like starting like YouTube blogs. Y'all probably make hella money off that.
Well, our front carrier, who we don't need anymore, disappeared off the face of the earth. No one knows where he went.
He disappeared.
He
Dirk?
Straight up. Dirt gone.
Dirt. Yeah.
Dirk. I almost knocked Dirk on his back at California one year because my right rear brake caliper broke off or something, so all I had was front brake, and I went to pull in the pit stall and just locked him up. I've never been in that situation before where I only had front brake, and Dirk was just like, he didn't get out of the way, he just like shuffled back. It was pretty good. For those listeners who didn't see that, I just did a little scuffle.
We heard it. It was good.
Yeah.
It was loud.
Yeah, made sure he got the chirps in there.
I mean, you almost killed him. Let's be honest.
Hurt him, damn near killed him.
I mean, he's done worse.
Yeah, I mean, you did destroy.
You did almost kill Jeremy Gator.
I mean, you
But I
sent him
didn't.
fluent and Q.
Speaking of that, did you see Tate Fogelman to the 30 truck?
Yeah, lots
Really?
of lots of movers and shakers.
You know, this is a silly day in silly season.
Yesterday and today.
Yeah, big time. 2 GMS drivers to HRE to do the same that they're going to do. They're just going to run about 15.
How about HRE's GM going to Spire?
Yeah.
Wow.
People don't
Really?
talk about that. Bono?
No,
No, not Bono.
Uh,
Wow, this is electric.
I know his name, but I'm not going to say it.
Is it?
No, you shouldn't.
Starts with a G.
Don't say.
Oh,
it.
okay.
Yeah.
Did you see a certain other, someone who's now also working for Spire? They're running a truck team out of someone's house,
Mm-hmm.
literally out of his
That'd be a good
garage.
deal.
Norm
That'd be
Bailey?
good-
No,
No, he just said it. But that'd be a good deal.
I literally
That's
just
not
said
a
it.
bad deal at
Oh,
all.
really? That's where that's happening?
That's where that truck team is. It's happening at his house.
Yep.
That's kind of sick.
That's like throwback,
Well, I mean, Norm does it every week.
right?
Norm does it out of his garage. I mean,
Do you know how that
It
whole?
was like 2-car garage.
Yeah.
Do you know how that? I mean, Andy Seiss when he was racing Talladega, when he was racing ARCA, did it out of his boat shop.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now he works at Colleague.
Was it Colleague? I thought he worked
No,
track
Oh,
house.
he just got a
He
new job.
just moved over to Colleague.
Oh, okay.
Shout out
Good job for
Andy
him.
Seiss.
That's awesome.
That's cool. I remember working on his cup car one time.
Yeah, and then he became a car chief in the same year.
Really?
Yep.
That was the same year?
Same year.
Oh, yeah, for RWR.
Yeah.
I remember that now.
Crazy. Life comes at you fast.
Wish I
Better
could have
be
got that
handled.
car chief money when I was driving over there.
Is there car chief money?
I don't know. We once had a car chief on here.
Yeah, we did.
Big Sauce.
Big
Down
Jake.
in Nolans now. Sad.
Oh, we've had 2. Jake was a car chief at one point.
Jake was a car chief at one point. Damn, this is a car chief ass podcast.
I was too.
Damn.
Actually, you know what? I was on a
For
roster.
Harmon?
And for Lee.
Oh.
I was on the roster as a car chief one time at Pocono for a cup car, and I was racing a truck that same weekend, and I was like, holy shit, if we don't make it through tech in 3 tries, they're gonna kick me out of the racetrack and not be able to race. But it was all good. That's so good right there.
I've seen one where a pit crew guy was the crew chief on the start and park car, and he started the race in that pit stall. 3 laps would go by, he'd jump over the wall, do the hood pins, look back towards the wall to signal like, get me some tools.
It's broke.
I've been there, done that.
So then he took a couple wrenches and like went, oh, she's fucked. She's done.
She's broke. Pull it around.
Yep.
And then he walked over the NASCAR official and said, fatigue.
Fatigue. Got too tired.
Fatigue.
The car is fatigued.
3 laps, fatigue.
Tires got a little too much fatigue.
I used to love looking at all of those, the reasons why cars would pull off in 3 laps. You had mechanical, you had electrical,
Vibration's the ultimate
vibration.
answer. Because they can't prove or not prove vibration. If y'all are wondering, you can't just start and park and say you start and parked.
You have to have a reason.
You have to have a
NASCAR
reason.
officials will ask.
But like literally, vibration is the go-to because they can't confirm nor deny that you had a vibration.
That was mine when I did it for Beaver Motorsports.
Got a vibration.
The 50 truck or the one?
I think Stephen Parsons was in it.
Damn.
Old Stephen.
We need to get him on the pod.
Yeah, Steph won. I've been trying to get him to go snowboarding this weekend. He hit where he were at Kilta Buffalo one time, and he was like, "Yeah, let me know if you're going." Let him know. Haven't heard back.
He's too big time now.
I don't know.
I lied.
Full time
It
over
was
at.
Cam. I did Stephen's truck previously.
Oh, Cam
but
Murphy?
Yeah, Cam Murphy. He's cool, dude. That dude's wild, though.
Yeah, he races. I don't
Monster trucks.
Monster.
know if
trucks.
races is the right word.
They race them.
They entertain people.
They do have a race.
Yeah.
Look
Some
it up.
people might call it wrestling on wheels.
Oh, it's not scripted. Though.
Hot dogs and horsepower, baby.
Beer. Tequila.
Rolling right along.
I got a bone to pick.
I did not
Oh, we
think
got
that's
a
what you were
big
going
bone
to
to pick,
say.
especially starting at Charlotte. So let's go all over it.
I mean, we've already talked about it
I
on the
don't
podcast.
care. No, we get to talk about it some more because
Well,
then
yeah,
I
yeah.
found out listening to this podcast that you were just playing the old poker face.
Yeah,
and I felt
obviously
bad,
it
and
worked.
I stopped. I completely stopped messing with you. I haven't said one word until today.
He's coming
and
back
now
with
it's
a
on
vengeance.
full force.
I mean, okay.
Let's talk about it.
What do you got?
I don't know
Why?
what I need to talk about.
Dude,
Y'all
you
just
were
let the beef
so
go.
upset. So upset. I thought I was going to make you cry. Hey, Grimace,
At no point was
He
I
was-
even close to crying.
you look like you were going to cry.
I always look like I'm going to cry because I'm always having
Cowboys
a
I
terrible
should have
cry.
listened to Bayley.
because I had to deal with certain people at the racetrack every single week.
I should have
Like
listened to
who?
Bayley.
I'm not going to. You don't name names.
Okay. You could. Remember when we were talking about starting this podcast? We were like, we're airing
out.
everyone out. We don't care what we say.
How many
but
times
we
did
even
you
did nothing
shout
but
out?
scared every time.
Oh, you want me to drop names?
No,
Shout
don't.
out.
No.
Because you want to bleep it out?
Nah,
No, don't even
I already
do it.
got a bleep enough. You went and just dropped the F-bomb from hell on the first few seconds.
Yeah, there's only been 2.
Have you been counting?
Yeah. I said once and then I said twice. Now we're at 4.
All right. Yeah. I was going to say the ones I said, but then it's just more bleeps I got to put in, and that takes me like 10 seconds a pop. So
No, I mean, in my daily routine being at the racetrack, having to deal with all the stuff that I deal with, I'm always in a bad mood. Because I got to make sure certain people are at certain
like the Hulk.
places.
He
Yeah.
does get mad.
you're like the Hulk.
He comes at me. We're sitting on pit road. And he's like, he grabs my shoulders. "Argh!" Like, are you all right there, bud? You need to take a deep breath. Calm down.
Take a chill
This
pill.
never happened.
Yes,
whatever
it does.
whatever
No,
he
no.
just said does not happen.
No, that's a lie.
That was a
first
fever
off.
dream.
100% truth. You are a very aggressive little man.
I don't even know what
Can
to
we talk
respond to that.
here, since we're clowning your ass right now? Can we talk about how you have 2 different minor league baseball team?
That's false. This is from the movie Major League. This is the logo.
Oh, I was wondering. I was like, damn, it's a cool ass logo.
cool
So
logo,
it had to
right?
be from a movie. But why would you wear 2 baseball shirts with different teams? I don't care if it's
I'm
from
a-
a movie or not.
I'm a huge baseball fan.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna wear? A Booby Miles jersey and a Mud Dogs from Waterboy hat. I forgot the city the college was in.
So a high school team and a college team.
Yeah,
I might,
Mojo.
or whatever that team from the replacements.
Here, you want me to take the hat? I'll take the
No, don't.
No, it's coming off.
Your hair's gonna be all messed up.
Wow.
Oh, that is disgusting.
I mean, that's
Hey, this is what you wanted.
parental
wanted.
guidance is advised. Or parental advisory, one of those.
Nice.
Kind
Way to really lock that one in.
Look, we're not good at typing or speaking very well. So it's okay. It's okay. You bust my balls all the time on texting.
I do.
You made me, like I told you in that text, you genuinely made me laugh today.
Can we get a Matthew Kempf belly laugh?
There you go.
Actually,
Comes right from the soul.
Speaking of bad texting, I was talking to this person the other day, and
That's a nice save.
yeah, and
Person.
shut up, dude. And she was telling me,
Oh, now she's a she. Now
she's
it's
at
not
a
a person
bar.
anymore. Now it's a she.
okay,
Cat's out of the
whatever.
bag.
She's at
Way to
a
go.
bar, and it was her and her friend's daughter. She's like, yeah, she's playing with the slaughter machine right now, and I was like, what did you just say to me? And she's like, oh, I meant gambling machine. I was like, yeah, that's like the worst autocorrect I've ever seen in my entire life. I was scared for that little girl's life for a second.
Hey, no phones. You serious?
I can do what I want.
No, you don't get to. And you have the sound on, too.
Yeah, that was a
It's classic Kempf, or not classic Kempf. That's classic Hendrix. Dave, you kind of sound like that guy from TikTok.
Yeah.
Get your money up. I'm not gonna do the noise. Oh, what you said? You walked in. You're like, man, I got so much to talk.
I know,
about.
but you hijack like you do every week.
Go.
I'm like,
Talk.
I got some stuff I want to
talk
talk
right
about.
now.
So,
So I've been watching Yellowstone a lot recently.
are you on the current season?
Hell no. I watched the last episode, like season 4, episode 5, or whatever, with my parents
Why?
because they were like, if you watch this episode, you'll want to watch the show, and I did. And I came home. I got off the airplane. I waited for one Uber. He pulled up to the little Uber deck, picked someone else up, and then immediately canceled my order, which had me fuming. I was so
Did you give him
mad.
0 stars?
I couldn't because he canceled the order, and I never even took a ride, so I couldn't even give him stars.
Oh, what
So mad, I actually wrote in to Uber with a complaint explaining the whole situation. And I was like, I would tank this guy's Uber rating right now if I could, but I can't because I didn't even get to get in the damn car with him.
Are you going to bleep out?
Yeah, probably.
I don't know. I won't say it again.
Anyways, back to my...
You still do it every time. Did you get another haircut?
No, I need a haircut.
Oh, no, you don't. You need to grow back that mullet. We need to reestablish the look.
I don't know. If I reestablish that look, I got to get fat again.
No, you don't have to get fat. You can be skinny.
I honestly would like to see what the mullet would look like when I was a skinnier person because I kind of... I did it all at one time. It all happened at once.
You kind of looked like Harmon.
I cut the mullet off and then immediately lost 20 pounds.
In the face. It was all in the face.
It was all in the face, dude. It's crazy. Like if it was a picture from Dover this year. I look disgusting.
Dude,
despicably gross.
I really want to share with our listeners the picture that pops up when you call me because it's top notch.
Do it.
I want to see it and then show the camera.
All right, well, you got to call me then.
Why don't you just go to my contact info?
No, because then it gets full screen.
Dude, you are just
You're super extra.
Yeah, all right. Good thing I have you pulled up right now. Hold on, folks. Here we go. Look at your picture, just as bad. Are you 70? Or I almost said your number right there.
Yeah, say the number.
Which one are you? I don't know why I have two numbers.
It's the top one.
Okay.
It's my old number.
Yeah, you can't even see it. Oh, good job, Matt. You wasted everybody's time.
Call me back.
Why are you on Apple Pay?
Just drop it.
What was that?
Just drop it,
Here we go. That one's not even that bad.
That's a great picture.
Is that pre-race? We're going to see y'all tomorrow.
It is.
Yeah, it's like me and the picture of Winnie are the exact same.
Even show the people.
Whenever it calls, it's the exact same picture.
We did all this.
Oh, I said her name.
We
now
did all this,
gassed up.
and the audience didn't even get to see the picture.
Well, he'll dub it in.
That was tough last time.
What? You can't put the picture right here?
No, I can't. I'll try.
Come on.
It's actually got to be a little bit higher because I don't know how to move it. I can just put it in the center of the page.
All right. Do you want me to start airing grievances?
No. What were you about to talk about, though?
It's what's grinding my gears.
Oh, let's hear it.
Let's hear it.
So, did I bring it up last time? Was I back from Hawaii last time?
I mean, I'm assuming you were back from Hawaii since we did the podcast in this living room.
Did we? Okay. Well, you know what's really hard to do when you work in NASCAR? Kids, other people.
Save the environment.
Live a normal life.
Live a normal life. And then on top, building on that, it's trying to find a wedding date a year and a half in advance when you don't know what the schedule is going to be. And it's like 20 to 30 people you want to invite all work in the industry. So it's like with your significant other, you have to convince them that they have a 2.5 month window to where we can get married, where everyone can show up.
And arguably the worst time of the year.
Correct.
Too.
And with what she does, it's the worst time for her to try to get married with the holidays and stuff because it gets busy for her stuff. So if you get rid of...
What, does she work at the malls in Elf?
No, she works at a hospital.
I knew that.
So basically you can eliminate November and December. So you're left with January and the first 2 weeks maybe of February.
Valentine's Day wedding.
And she also doesn't want it to be cold. So if we want to do it...
go to Florida some.
Well, we want to do it in North Carolina.
Well, then it's going to be cold.
Yeah, so y'all might not be coming to my wedding.
Are you kidding me?
Unless you guys want to take off work.
You're kidding me, right?
What do you mean?
We're going to be there.
I'm big pissed right now. What?
I mean, realistically, it's probably going to be... I'm not going to say it. It's going to be during the year. So it's like, I can't really...
Do it on a Wednesday. I don't know. Then everybody will go to Millbridge instead.
Still looking for a micro, by the way.
Yeah, every single one that Matt sends me is just not up to par.
Well, I keep sending you the same 3.
Yeah, I know. It's the same one that doesn't even have a chassis manufacturer on it. And the car, can you not just tell by looking at that car? That is not the car you want to get. It has AFCO shocks on it.
Yeah, those are speed secrets.
No, they're not. It's a secret. It's no secret you don't need to use those. You need to get some, ARSs on there probably.
I was going
That's
to say
what Keith
factory
Coons
cane
use.
shocks.
Canes are good too.
Yeah.
Some Super Shocks, the purple ones.
Super shocks.
Have you ever seen those? Only the Swindells run those, I feel like.
Yeah, because they probably make them.
They probably do. But they're purple and they're cool.
What else is grinding your gears?
Just like that. Like how can I plan for something that I don't know what's going to happen?
Dude's like, I got so much to talk about. Has one topic.
Well, I mean, the traffic on the way here was awful. You want to talk about that?
The weather we're having these days too, huh?
It's nice. It was 65 today.
Was it?
It was nice.
It felt cold when I walked out of my truck this morning. It was very nice in Texas, I can tell you that much.
Jealous of that.
It was like short sleeve and shorts weather.
Cool.
It was cool. It was awesome as shit.
Nice.
Yeah, well.
Are you ready to make an announcement for 2022?
Look, I thought about this today, actually, when I was at the shop. And
what shop?
You keep asking
Which one?
me that. A race shop.
Oh.
You keep asking me that. And I will probably not make an announcement. Like, this will not be the first place you hear it. If anything, we'll talk about an announcement I already made. But considering that
why don't we do it live?
This podcast hasn't quite hit its stride yet. You know, we're still waiting for its growth spurt and viewership and listeners.
Oh, no, that's a good point. Why don't you do this live?
Do this live?
Yeah.
We are doing it live.
No, I'm talking
This is live right now.
When he... On what?
I'm capping.
I know you are.
It is happening right. This is happening right now.
He knew what capping meant. I'm surprised.
No cap.
Come on, what were you gonna say?
That's crazy, man. I don't know.
I don't know, bro. It's just crazy.
We should tell that story.
We could tell
finish what you were gonna say first. This podcast is off the rails right now.
Okay, if you want to do it right, go. Can you do multiple?
Speak into the microphone, Billy.
Can you do multiple setups right there? One for Facebook and one for Instagram, and then have a live session.
That's what we need a producer for. Do you want to be our producer?
No.
I'm not a good producer. I'm just a good co-host.
I wouldn't say that.
You never even had me except this one time.
Oh, hey. I got more new. Did we talk next gen stuff last time?
Talked some of it.
I found out more on the Corey LaJoy pit stop where he lost a wheel.
Did he really?
Yeah. At the test.
Oh boy.
Really?
Oh, was that?
We didn't see any videos of that one.
Yeah, they didn't show it. Clearly.
What pit crew was that?
Hendrick. One of my favorite old jackmen who's very absent-minded.
What did he do?
Damn you.
Hold on. What did he
clowning
do?
this dude.
So on the back, there's like eight kind of mini spokes in there that you have to.
Did he not get it on that way?
They welded the nut on perfectly, like between every single hole. So
it is not that hard to get that wheel on.
I'm just letting you know.
How do they weld it?
Not physically, but like he threw it on there, and the changer thought it was seated, right?
He just drew the nut up.
Right. So he just drew the nut up and cross-threaded it basically, and LaJoy pulls
That's
off.
crazy, dude. You can have a pit stop take you out of a race.
Yeah.
I mean, will be now.
Yeah.
I mean, you always have, but now
it's
going to be.
it's a lot easier to do it.
There was just a video that was posted on NASCAR Reddit where it's like, this is what could happen in a race. It was one of those V8 supercars. And
that thing was bad.
Yeah, did you see that?
Goodness,
it back half the whole car. It was all destroyed.
It was killed.
Why?
Because the wheel fell off. You could see the wheel nut disengage and come out and spin down the track. And the tire just flew off.
Because I thought they would have reverse nuts on that side.
I think they do. Remember we talked about this last time.
On that side?
It's just like the IMSA cars.
IMSA cars are different than the Cup cars. The nut wise. One's the same, like it always is, and then the other side is different.
So when you come around to the right side, right, left is off, right is on.
To the right side?
On the right
I
side.
feel like the right side left will be on.
Right is off.
So
and left is on.
Because you gotta think.
But then whatever it was on the right side going on is what it is coming off on the left side.
Right.
So they don't have to flip their button.
All you gotta do is once.
Yeah.
That's it.
Have you heard anything about the horsepower number on these cars yet?
I
don't know if it's Twitter hopefuls just out there saying they're going to give them 750.
They're still, so they moved the test schedule around to where there's another test at CMS, where they're testing different spacers. They tested 550, 600, 650, and 670.
Yeah.
All the Stewart Haas cars are running different spacers.
We need to get back up to 900.
I agree.
That's my thing. Let's go back
If
to
these
racing.
cars want to be hard to drive, let's make them really hard to drive.
Yeah.
With no sidewall and really no side bite, and just give them 900 horsepower. That'd be tight.
Here's a question for you. You raced all the time growing up, and you got to watch a truly great era in NASCAR, with the Gen 4s and all that and prior. As a racer, do you feel like
Get to the point.
Having more horsepower is something that you appreciate or do not enjoy being
No,
around?
I definitely enjoy it and appreciate it. Like, that's why, the entire time you're growing up racing, you go from one thing that has a little bit of power, and the next thing's got a little bit more power, the next thing's got a little bit more. It's, okay, this is a little bit harder to drive. Now this is a little bit harder to drive. Now this is a little bit harder to drive. And I feel like that should be the case all the way up through the top series in NASCAR.
So now, what is your perspective as that you've driven a Cup car, and it's not everything you thought it was?
A couple different iterations of the same car, but different rules packages.
Exactly. But now everything's changed from when you were watching as a kid to now. Do you feel like that's affected everything?
I don't know. I think this car is hard to drive. You don't see Denny Hamlin spinning out willy-nilly. And like he did would he spin at the test?
Yeah.
I think everybody
He
spun.
spun, Briscoe spun.
We spun.
Drew Herring spun.
Were you there?
Nope.
Personnel issues.
Didn't BJ spin out too?
That was Briscoe in
Killed it.
BJ's car.
Okay.
Killed it.
But the weird thing was, it looked like he just scraped the left rear, but they packed that thing up and went home.
They were probably like, that's enough. We don't want to actually junk this thing.
I remember what my next topic was. But we can keep talking like this. So a question that I have now is, you keep saying that everything you were driving, horsepower kept stepping up, harder to drive, harder to drive, harder to drive. You get to Xfinity, right? Probably the hardest car you've ever driven, right? Per se.
Legend car, probably, actually.
Relatively speaking.
Yeah.
With the horsepower and everything. Do you almost feel like you take a step back when you go to a Cup car?
Maybe a mile and a half.
Because it's just, you're just hammered down.
I'll say this. Racing in a Cup car, like racing other people, might actually be harder because you got to deal with aero.
Yeah,
and I take that back. I don't know if that's harder. I think it's just there's less you can do. Like, your car
don't have enough tools.
Your car's got to be really good, and you got to be able to run in dirty air, at least a little bit. Driving a Cup car by yourself is easy at a mile and a half. Like, it's not even remotely hard, in my opinion. As someone who's raced for however long I've raced, 17, 18 years, it's not hard to drive. It's actually really easy.
That's a sweet humble brag.
I'm not trying to humble. It's got 550 horsepower. My little brother's car at home has that much horsepower.
Yeah, we're reconnecting with the fans. They have attainable horsepower.
But like,
how much did your modified have? And your super late?
Probably 602, right?
Super late had like 600, 615. My modified was a crate motor, so it had 450. I ran an open motor in my modified that had like 600 also.
But the tires are wide as heck.
No, not a Texas modified.
Not a Texas modified?
It's an 8-inch groove tire.
Oh, is that a bi-spline?
Yes. Every short track car you see is on a bi-spline tire, besides maybe a bomber car because they have actual street radial tires on.
Those are always the ones that you hear go into the corner.
Yeah.
Skirt.
Yeah. Sometimes they got like that. No, I'm thinking of the 4-cylinder car's always got that left rear hanging.
No, hold on. Don't do that.
Oh, we got a 4-banger king in here.
Which, by the way, was a true story.
Your hero card was just something
hero
else.
Card?
I saw a picture. It was like Matthew Kempf, number
Maybe it was just like a Facebook
52
post.
or something. It was something. You had the beard.
Where's your hero card, huh? You're going to clown him for his? You didn't even got one.
I got some pictures.
I got 3 of them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
3 pictures?
Sean Folsom made all those.
He's like,
Shout out Sean.
Yeah, shout out Sean. He used to take
Sugar
pictures
Sean
back
Folsom.
home. Yeah.
And he did all my work. He's an awesome guy. And we got a win together in the Grand Stocks.
Grand stock, dude. I remember one time I drove one of Joe Armandia's Texas racer. One of his grants. He had like 4 of them. Like his wife,
the white ones and that.
Yeah, and the gold one.
Yeah. Yep.
He used to have 4 of them. He'd always he'd race them sometimes. He let his friends race them. His wife won the championship in it. But I drove him one time, and honestly, I was sucking. I was terrible. I don't know why I was so bad, but I started just going in the corner. If you just hit the brakes in those things, I don't know if they're mostly rear brake or what, but you could just sling those things in the corner. Mm-hmm. And I remember Central Texas Speedway going off in the corner. I just popped the brake one time, turn it sideways, and just immediately back to the floor and just melting tires off this thing. Cords were hanging out of both rears by the time I came in the pits.
Oh yeah.
He wasn't mad because it was funny, but I don't think he was super pleased. He wasn't super pleased because I just junked 2 tires. Fully junked them. He is
a very intense individual.
You could say that.
He gets very lively as well. Dude, he ripped me apart.
Talking to the microphone, Billy.
So I'm also from South Texas area, and San Antonio Speedway, which is a track in San Antonio, had been closed for, I don't know, 10 years?
Probably something like that, dude.
10 to 11 years, and the track reopened, and I was an official. And when that track came back to life, and
really?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
I was working the back gate.
Were you there when I won that sucker the first week open?
I was there. That was awesome. And that big old fight.
What did you think of him back then?
Yeah.
I was like Bayley.
Did you think this guy's going to be a Cup Series driver?
There's a whole... So in Texas, the atmosphere for racing is totally different. And right now, when we were growing up, it was at a peak, but now it's gone. It's almost...
Yeah, it's really almost for asphalt racing.
You have one asphalt track in Houston. There's several dirt tracks, which they're still doing good. Got car counts, but it's the racing scene in South Texas and Texas in general is dying. There's nothing left. In Lost Speedways that Dale Jr. did, San Antonio Speedway was on that.
I was pissed he didn't ask me to say something. I'm surprised he didn't
ask you. Yeah.
What do you think about it, Bayley? Oh, it sucks, man.
Bayley did good there.
I won a race there. My dad jumped a car there one time, dude. Absolutely killed one. First time ever driving an actual late model, and he killed it in qualifying.
So let's get on with that story. So Joe came in for qualifying, and Chris up there in the tower, he goes, well, this is going to suck for you. Joe's time didn't score. So you're going to have to tell him. Oh, shit. Okay, this is not good. So I'm over here freaking out. He's coming in hot as hell in the pit. Bam, bam. He rolls down the window, or he lets the window net down. Hey, Joe, they didn't score your time. What the? He goes off. He starts yelling at me, cussing at me, calling me every freaking thing. I'm over there shaking I don't know what to tell you, man.
No, that is a terrible. There's nothing you can do about it. It's not like it was. It definitely wasn't your fault. So there's really no reason to yell at you. But still, it's so aggravating, and you can't take that back. You can't.
Yep. You cannot get that lap back.
You can't put another. I mean, you could buy another set of tires, I guess, or you can just start in the back.
What a legendary track,
dude, Matt. When I tell you this track was messed up,
you had walls that were leaning over like this when the track came back.
I remember one time I was sitting. We were pitted that first race back. We didn't get a concrete pit stall, so I was pitted back in the grass with my modified.
Nice.
And I remember standing up on top of our pit box, and I was timing cars at this telephone pole going into turn 3. And Jake Kruger comes by. It's taped off. I'm like, all right, he's going to be running some good laps. Better get some lap time. This is back when you actually had stopwatches, not just race monitor.
Yep.
And comes by first lap. I was like, that was pretty good. Comes by next lap. Hit the thing. I'm looking down at the stopwatch. I'm like, holy that was fast. And I look up, and he's just flying through the air, hitting the fence. His throttle hung. That's why the time was so fast, because normally you'd lift before the telephone pole, but he was still wide open all the way through the telephone pole because his throttle stuck.
Was that when it came back to life, or was that previous?
No, that was when it came back. That was the first race back.
Oh, man, I don't remember that.
He hit the wall in turn 3, remember?
In
practice.
I remember another NASCAR guy now, Austin Self, and Joe Armandia got into
that.
it.
I remember.
Dude, that was awesome.
I literally, because I was behind. I was running second behind Austin. This is a good story.
This is a great story.
I was running second behind Austin. Joe's running third behind me. I'm chilling, like not really going super hard. This is one of my first longer races, so I was really conscious about trying to save my tires. And I'm going along. I get under Austin twice. He chops me. I'm like, all right, whatever. I'll just chill here. Joe gets to my bumper. He kind of shows me nose one time. I was like, all right, yeah, just go ahead. I'll let y'all race it out, wear y'all's tires out, and then I'll pass y'all later. He does the same thing to Joe twice. Cuts him off, and then finally, I guess Joe just like, screw it. And they junked those things. I don't know, was it turn 3 or turn 1? It was 3, yeah, I remember. And I'm running third, and I'm like, oh, yep, here it is right here. Knew this was going to happen. And then after that, I was able to just ride off. But,
they hit so freaking hard on that thing.
They killed, like, I know Joe's car was junked after that.
You could feel, in a way, you could feel the wall back where I was on the backstretch at the gate.
Yeah.
You could feel it shaking. It was wild. That's how hard they hit.
I bet, dude. It was pretty crazy. That track was crazy. It was low-key kind of dangerous.
Oh, yeah.
But, like, the walls were metal. Like, they were like steel.
I'm sorry. I haven't been listening this whole time.
I know. Winnie's going wild.
They were thick steel plates.
They were, like, super thick steel plates, but they had, like, some, I guess, grass on the backside of them, so it held them.
Well,
but they didn't hold them that good.
Dirt. So you had the steel plate, then a telephone pole, and then you had the dirt behind it.
Yeah, but they didn't work that good, and they'd lean back. That's why cars would like go up and over the wall a lot there, or they just shoot up in the air. But I remember when that happened. I remember someone else wrecked really hard in the modified race. Might have been Ian Webster, because he passed me at one point. He passed me at one point because it was a restart, and I was running the crate motor, and it's a long straightaway racetrack. He got me on a restart. And I was just riding behind him because I kind of knew that wasn't going to last very long. I was just going to go right back by him. And then he crashed. I don't know what happened. He just wrecked.
Yep.
But that track was fun. There was a jump on the back straightaway where the gate was.
Dude, wild.
Where the gate was, there was this big bump where you went across the racetrack. And I swear, you'd come off turn 2, off the wall, off the corner up to the wall.
Well, you got to give a perspective of that wall hanging out at 2.
Yeah, and it like hangs over like this. It overhangs. So you're coming up to the wall, you're going down the back straightaway. Because like you literally would jump, hit the chip and the gas, and then land again and keep going. And this is great. What do you gotta say, Winnie? But yeah, it was pretty good. I love that track. It sucks it's gone.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's still there.
It's still there.
But it ain't racing.
I remember there was always so many rumors about it coming back. People saying Toyota was going to buy it because the Tundra plant was like right next door.
Let's be honest. It's the landowners. They suck.
Isn't that for every racetrack?
I never really looked all the way into it.
No, these people are worse. They're terrible people.
I mean,
that's
just
why
like
Central Texas closed, landowners.
Yep. Well, that's because of that wreck.
That's why all racetracks close. Racetracks are established. They were established in the early teens, 20s, 30s. And then people move in 2017 right next to a racetrack.
This is in the middle of nowhere.
I'm just saying in general.
Oh.
And then people get upset that it's allowed. But they moved there after the track has been.
That is such a dumb argument too.
Yeah.
And I mean,
if you don't like it, move.
Yeah, or just don't move there in the first place. Like, I don't know. I almost wonder if like it's the real estate agents be like, oh yeah, that place, it's gonna close in like a year, so don't even worry about it.
I mean, Fairgrounds, that was a legitimate.
I mean, how long has that track been there? Was it the
40s?
40s?
40s or 50s?
It's pretty old, yeah.
It's got some character to it,
man.
it's
an awesome place.
I've never been there before.
Hey, speaking
I have.
of old tracks, how about North Carolina passing that bill?
That's big. That is big news.
I don't expect anything out of it, really.
Have you?
You don't?
Have you not kept up with it?
They're like already.
I've seen
stuff.
it.
The dude's wearing the t-shirt.
I know he's wearing the t-shirt, but like, if anyone thinks that North Wilkesboro is getting a cup date anytime soon,
whoever said a cup date, if they can just get
anyone.
North Wilkesboro back, why
not though?
Just the infrastructure around the racetrack is not.
Who cares? What I mean, no
legendary.
one. Who cares? Honestly, who cares?
I mean, I'm just saying from an economical.
I mean, it's not like people camp there.
Personally, I like The Rock better than North Wilkesboro.
I do too, but that location's way worse.
There's nothing out there.
There's nothing out in North Wilkesboro.
There's some stuff.
You have Boone right to the west.
45 minutes to an hour away.
That's okay.
North Wilkesboro is only an hour from my house. Like, great. If it comes back on the schedule, if we get 20 events in the tri-state area, that'd be tits.
Tri-state, isn't that like New York?
Like the tri-state, like North Carolina, Virginia, South Carolina.
I'm pretty sure tri-state area is like.
Well, you knew
New
what I
York,
meant
New
when I
Jersey.
said it. So
You're
why
trying to
are
be cool.
you belittling me like that?
Because it's funny.
Like if we could get 15 dates in North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia, that'd be awesome.
I mean, we're not going to do that. I could see them taking away.
Vegas does not need 2 races.
No, not really.
I mean,
Vegas.
all of us degenerates love that we get 2 races out there.
I don't.
But like, if you want to
I
make,
don't. My lips get chapped out.
just
there.
like we did with Homestead, like if you want to make Phoenix like the race, give them 1 date. Don't give them 2.
Yeah, I mean, was the attendance in the spring race very good there?
No.
It was.
Well,
It was
COVID
really
stuff
good for
is still
championship weekend.
It always is because it's
That's
championship
right, and
weekend.
it was COVID during that
Yep.
time, so you can't really say.
I think that bringing back the history and the classic NASCAR tracks that help build this sport would only help in the
Yeah,
long
but
run.
the infrastructure is
But what do you need for infrastructure, really? I mean, what do you need?
adequate power, adequate.
They're gonna
That's
have
internet
everything.
services.
That's so easy. Internet service. Have you ever been to Talladega? Have you ever been to Michigan?
There
You don't
is
have
nothing.
any internet there at all.
That's what I'm
who is-
saying.
Who is the biggest person that bitches about no internet?
It's always Matt. Yeah, you
Oh, my
would bring
cell
that
phone
up.
doesn't work. I can't post.
I can't do my job. I'm sorry. Like if I can't do my job, I'll
but I
probably
mean,
get fired.
But I mean,
Yes.
honestly, think about this though. I mean, you don't have service at Talladega or Martinsville or
everything
anywhere.
out.
Right, because I use the track Wi-Fi. Or
I don't
use
have
the team Wi-Fi.
I don't have phone service at all there.
I have nothing.
Clearly, you do because you made me sit on the side of the road and wait for you for a half hour.
That's
Remember
because
how
no
many
TV
times I
was
had to
on.
call you?
Actually, you didn't even call me.
No TV
Yeah, because I
was on.
couldn't get service because my phone wasn't working.
Exactly. That's why we need telecommunication stuff at racetracks.
But I'm saying it's not mandatory. It'd definitely be nice.
You get great service.
okay,
at
North
Wilkesboro.
Wilkesboro would be great for 3 or 4 races. Then it would go back to getting
Would it?
quarter capacity
You
crowds
think so?
because
I
the
don't think so.
nostalgia is going to wear off,
I don't
and
think
it's
so.
just going to be another average racetrack.
Is it?
Wrong.
I don't think so. The racing was always better there. It's always like it's just short tracks.
No, you fantasized and you overplayed the racing
Okay,
there.
okay.
people
I'll
of
be
North-
honest
Just
with
like
you.
Bristol.
Hey, the people of Wilkes
Bristol's a
County,
great race.
Now
Love
it is.
racing.
But when they did, I think she threw up.
No, she's got something.
No, it's supposed to be all right.
I was gonna be so damn
Got a
pissed.
magnet. She got a magnet.
You let her eat a magnet?
There's a magnet over there. I can't get it, so it's right there.
Oh, she
I'll
got
get
that
it.
off my washer. Just go grab it real fast. But
Keep talking.
But I mean, okay, I'll be honest. I've never watched a race from North Wilkesboro. I've been there.
You got to YouTube that stuff.
I've been there before because I helped do the cleanup for iRacing, and
That's cool.
yeah, I was out there weed eating with Dale Earnhardt Jr. Believe it or not, it's kind of a weird experience. Anyways,
That'd be super awesome though.
I think short track racing as a whole has always been better. I mean, you can agree, especially nowadays. Like if you look at a Martinsville race, a Bristol race, even Phoenix is bigger, but it's still a great race. I think Richmond's a great race. I think
Yep.
you don't get you don't get the cautions that some people might want to see. But I think it's a great race. I think it's a great racetrack. I think short tracks are what you need because it allows people to rub and bump into each other and do things like that. At a mile and a half, you got to be really careful about it, and it's not like it's happening all over the racetrack. I think another big thing with the short tracks is the fact that there's all the congestion from lap traffic, because that makes it exciting. Like if you watch a Bristol race, to me that was the reason the Bristol All-Star race didn't work. There was no lap traffic, so it really wasn't that exciting. Navigating lap traffic at Bristol is half the battle.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I
like
would agree to that.
like it was just. I'm not gonna say it was just another short track, but like the Rock has character.
They both have character.
The Rock's hard to. I feel like it's hard to race though. Like it's hard to race other. I mean, you ever race on iRacing?
Yeah,
It's tough.
it is tough, but that's why it's a great racetrack.
No, it is great. I mean,
They
but
both have look for everything that it means for a short track. They both need to come back. I agree.
Like if we're doing power rankings on tracks that need to come back, right? Fairgrounds is number 1.
Iowa.
I don't think so. I
Well-
think Wilkesboro.
I don't know if Wilkesboro is though, because there's
It's
so
not.
many racetracks around.
Like what? So you got
Charlotte, Darlington, Martinsville, Richmond,
it's a
Bristol.
saturation of
he
a
said for
market.
tracks coming back.
No, I was just saying as far as tracks coming back, that wouldn't be the best because there are so many other races in this area.
Right. That's why they failed.
I don't know that they failed. I mean, did you ever look at the?
They never failed. They moved
I mean,
away.
did you ever look at? Did you ever look at the attendance from Wilkesboro?
I mean,
It was always good.
It was
It
right,
was never bad.
But that was also a different time.
It was a different time. I
Back
can
when
say that.
Racing
Right.
was racing.
But you couldn't say that it failed though. Still, I mean, you couldn't say that it failed.
That's true.
They
But
just moved it.
they didn't. The owners never had any effort into it because they wanted to get New Hampshire.
it got bought out.
Well, New Hampshire got the date.
Exactly.
They tanked it so New Hampshire would get it. But like, I think Milwaukee Mile for me personally,
I would like to
That'd be
see.
a cool track.
I mean, there's a whole bunch of them. I'd like to see Milwaukee come back. I'd like to see Lucas Oil back on the
Yeah.
Xfinity schedule.
yes.
The Rock.
I mean-
Wilkesboro Fairgrounds. Hell, you could go
I wish-
Montreal.
in a perfect world, like Xfinity would go back to Hickory.
I don't think that's too
That'll
that's
never-
too much. That's
yeah.
too much. That's too far.
That won't ever happen.
Like I went to Hickory last week and it was nice.
I mean, it would be cool. It would be really cool actually to do that.
Well, like the infrastructure's not there. Like, I mean, Xfinity used to race at South Boston, Hickory, North Wilkesboro, The Rock,
Myrtle Beach.
Myrtle Beach back in the day. Milwaukee Mile.
Why,
That's on my list.
what about a truck schedule?
I mean, they're already going back to Lucas Oil, which I think is a huge
Yeah.
win.
I think we see in the next couple of years that trucks go to controlled pit stops.
Without a doubt.
I don't know. That sucks,
No,
though.
they're gonna go back to that. I'm pretty
Trucks is going to be the new ARCA. ARCA is going to go away.
Which is
Arca-
unfortunate.
Arca is
Spicy.
on a
You want
bad
to hear? You want to
trajectory.
hear a spicy rumor?
What?
I heard over at Venerini, they're like, "Don't worry, guys, we're going to be racing next year. Nobody worry about their jobs." They had to say that to people.
Really?
Yeah,
I've heard
the whole TRD ladder system is clogged, so they're chopping it off for a couple years.
Wow.
That's
I
the
mean, it
rumor
kind
I
of is
heard.
clogged, really.
Yeah, crazy.
And that's one thing about the sport. You have the top drivers in the Cup Series that are there for years because they, they have great abilities. They deserve to be there. But then,
I mean,
as you come up,
You got to be better than
there's
those
nowhere
guys.
to go.
Yeah.
You get clogged, like you said, you get clogged in the system.
You can be
David
good, but if you're not better than them, you're not going to get that seat.
David Wilson always said, "We're going to spend the money to get quality drivers rides, even if they go to other manufacturers." Right?
Really?
But we really just haven't seen that.
Yeah.
I mean, name other than William Byron, who was never a TRD driver, he was just a guy with a bunch of money. Name a guy who came all the way up the Toyota ladder only to leave. I can only really think of Eric Jones. That came
Harrison Burns left.
Burden, yeah.
unproven. Eric Jones is at least a
He's
race
at
winner.
Ford. He's at Penske.
I'm just saying,
Wood
he's
Brothers.
like Eric
Burton's
Jones
won races.
in a cup race.
He's just
He's
starting.
a rookie.
Oh, I'm saying I think like Xfinity wise.
I mean, I'm saying like name a
You're
guy
saying
who's
someone
won
who can come be successful in the Cup
right
series.
from the TRD ladder. That's won it. You can't
No.
because they get lost somewhere at Xfinity, right? They usually get 1 year, 2 years at.
I mean, Suarez is
Gibbs?
still in Cup.
Yeah, but would you say
He's not in Toyota. Or
He was Toyota. I mean, you could.
he was an
I- I-
Xfinity champion? You can't take that away from him.
no, for sure.
But like Cup,
But Eric Jones also should have won that championship too.
yeah.
That was a great battle.
But you really can't name anybody after those two.
That's true.
So they somehow between trucks and Xfinity, they kind of just get
Because you got to be spectacular in
Right.
in those series. I mean, really. I mean, if you're in a Toyota car like that, you
not
have
true.
To,
I mean, Todd Gilliland, sure he won an ARCA.
he wasn't Toyota. Was
He wasn't a TRD. I think David pushed him more than TRD did.
I don't know.
Well, he did K&N. He was TRD.
Yeah,
No,
that's true.
he was
No,
he was a McAnally driver.
Yeah, but same thing. He was still a TRD person as well.
I don't
went to
know.
a race
That's
out
not.
there.
I don't think that's one and the same.
You don't think so?
No.
I was in RRD, Ruston Racing Development, back when I was 12 years old.
Nice.
So was Christopher Bell
Wow.
and Daniel Hemrick.
I mean, you guys have all made it to the Cup Series.
Yeah, some people, some of them did better than others, but
You're all still driving.
yeah, that's true.
Let's talk about Snowball Derby.
It hasn't snowed here at all.
Oh, wow, that was great.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean it's cool what's going on. I'll probably watch it on the old pay-per-view.
I wax poetic about the Snowball Derby because for pit crew guys back in the day, that was awesome. That was better than pitting any cup race I've ever
Because
pitted.
you don't even got to put like a fire suit on, huh?
No, it's like, so you've had a couple of weeks off. Your body, you're feeling a little saucy. You're feeling a little frisky.
But you're still in the game.
You're still going
Muscle
to
memory's
practice and
still
stuff.
there, yeah.
Right? You're still dropping bombs on a weekly basis.
Yeah.
And you get paid somewhat ridiculous amounts of money to go down to
Really? Is it bad?
Those teams pay ridiculous amounts of money.
It's not bad this way.
No. I'm saying I'm saying.
So I mean,
I'm saying y'all gouge the super late model teams.
Let's just say when I went down there, I made more on a late model race than I would in some ARCA races. Well,
and
actually, more than some Xfinity races I've pitted.
Damn. I mean, honestly,
actually about the same as what I've pitted for a cup
and
car.
probably had way more fun doing it.
Yeah. So you're staying in Pensacola, Florida, on the beach, and they basically pay for a hotel for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, usually Friday and Saturday, and you race on Sunday.
What are you doing Friday or Saturday?
You're just hanging out.
Like they want you to come look at the car, get a feel for what the team is like, and then you peace out.
It's a big deal.
Yeah.
It was a big deal until they messed all that up.
I mean,
They still have live stops, don't they?
No,
In the
they don't.
Snowball?
No. They
What?
went to controlled stops like
See,
2 or
that's
3 years ago.
that's not.
That's how Noah Gregson won.
They
What?
need live styles back at the five.
He gained like
at the Snowball.
20 positions on pit road.
Really?
Because like the smaller big level super late model teams are like, I'm not going to pay $6,000 to bring a pit crew down here.
And then they brought up Gibbs crew.
And then they brought a Gibbs crew. Well, KBM did.
Slinging.
I didn't know that's how he won.
But it's like
He never mentioned that.
you stay on the beach, right? And you just have a great time. And you just show up. There's no regulation. There was at this time. There was no regulations for pit crew. Didn't have to wear a fire suit. Didn't wear. I showed up, and I was almost overdressed. I wore my pit shoes, shorts, and a long sleeve shirt. Backwards hat.
Backwards hat. I'm hearing a backwards hat and a pit stop as a Snowball Derby tradition.
It is.
Because everybody that I talked to that pit is like, dude, it's so good. I had this shirt on, these pants, and a backwards hat. They all say
That's the look.
pitting at the Snowball Derby.
The guy who pitted for Eric Jones was the same. He wore a cutoff T-shirt
Oh yeah.
That's awesome.
because there's
And a backwards hat.
backwards hat and sunglasses. But so the first year I had a normal car, right? The standard 5. The second year I went down, I pitted for Jack Dawsey III, who raced his way in the LCQ race.
Mhm.
Wide 5s.
Oh boy.
You want
Yes,
to talk
sir,
about?
baby.
You want to talk about not gaining any spots on pit road?
Why is it so much slower? Just because the distance is that far away and it's hard
I
to
mean,
hang?
your margin of error on the hanging of the tire. So when a standard,
Did they
when
not
the
have
standard,
the caps on, like the big chrome things? Pretty much they use.
No,
for
the
pitting?
caps are on. It's just
The
like
cones.
the.
Right?
There's no cone for a
No, there is.
not for a wide 5.
Yeah, there is.
Have you ever seen one? Because I've never seen.
I've
one.
never seen
Those
one.
big chrome things they put on there.
I've seen those, but those do not help put tires on.
Oh, really? I was curious about that.
Not with
No.
the lug stud placement and all that.
No, not even close.
I feel like hanging, like where you put your hands, is probably
Yeah,
difficult.
you can't. So you have to like grab it because there's no spoke, right? There's no spoke to grab. You just got to grab like literally the outside of the tire, and you got to go a tenth of your speed. And then you look at all these other pit crews that have standards, and they're just bombs. They're running like 10-second stops.
Yeah, because the tires are so much lighter
Because
too.
there's also not a pit crew number, right?
You can have as many people as you
So
want.
you can. So if you're not taking gas on a stop, you could theoretically have
7 people.
7 people over the wall. There's also no wall, so you're standing in the grass and like taking a nap.
and then you just walk.
And then
out there.
and then they're like, "Hey, caution." You also normally don't have a radio because it's a late model team. They have like 6 radios.
yeah,
So they'll like nudge you and be like, "Hey, bud, we're going to come in next time."
the little dry race board.
I mean,
4 tires,
yeah.
2 down, track bar.
Yeah. So I mean, so like you could have the jack band pull the rear tires or the right rear. You could have the gas man pull the right front, and then flip flop them on the left side.
So and have 4 people, like one person each corner.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Damn. That's
so like it's changer carrier in the front, changer carrier, like old school pit
So
stops.
6 man.
Six man plus the gas
plus
man.
a gas man. Oh wow.
Yeah. And some of these guys still ran.
So what's the last guy? Is there like a catch can man?
Yeah, some of these guys still ran catch cans. So if you're not, it was wild.
Well, I mean, I figure they all gotta have catch cans, huh?
I
mean, it's not
all of them.
It's not like they have a Schultz head like they have like the old school one where you gotta like stick the screwdriver in there. Like I mean, even when we used to fill our late models up, they didn't have a dry brake, but you still put a screwdriver in the vent tube.
But just snowball derby as a pit crew guy was just it was the highlight of it was almost like the highlight of a season for an average for like a sub average, not really ever gonna make it to cup guy. That was super fun.
Backwards hat, man. It's gonna be the name of the episode.
Backwards hat and sunglasses.
Yeah.
But like even the people like watching the race, like, oh man, what team you working for?
Yeah.
You're a pit crew guy. Oh man, that's so cool.
The
Can I
people
get
down
your
there are
autograph?
great. People down there are great. Remember one time
plus the racing is just ridiculous.
Funny story from Pensacola one year. It wasn't at the Derby, but I don't know what I was thinking about talking about this on the way home. But
riveting.
Here's the reason I was gonna talk about it. We're gonna change subjects real fast. Y'all know how they weigh in like at the beginning of the year at Daytona?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking, what if I just chugged 2 gallons of water?
You couldn't.
You don't think I could?
No.
I would do it like just in time to weigh in. I would go weigh in, go outside, go to immediately to a porta potty, and just pull a trigger and throw up. You think I could do that?
Why? What's the benefit?
Because then you get a weight break. If I can go in there and weigh 15 pounds heavy, that's 15 pounds in my car that no one that's less than other people.
Right, but once your car hits the scales, you're gonna be like you're 15 pounds light.
No.
Why don't you just go in super fat at Daytona and then lose?
You could, but I don't really want to do all that because then I got to work hard to actually get the weight off. If I go in there and chug 2 gallons of water,
do they make you get like buck ass naked?
Yeah, boxers, underwear, and that's it. No socks.
Get you a lead.
I'm gonna get a lead gold chain.
No, get you a lead piece for your gentleman.
Wear a cup over there.
Wear a cup and just put tungsten in it.
get you a little protector for your bits down there.
Someone was telling me that
like lead. That's probably not good.
That's probably not
good for you, but
someone was telling me, "Oh, you should get weighted boxers." And I'm like, "Yeah." As soon as I take my pants off, my boxers are gonna fall to the floor. I got an elastic waistband on these things. What do you think? What do you think I got holding this thing up? Like,
I mean, you could go in the back way.
Get
you 10 pounds of tungsten up the rear.
Dude, that would be a crazy commitment. Like if someone was willing to do that, chug 2 gallons of water and put a tungsten suppository in.
You'd be walking all
wrap that thing in a Magnum and you'd be all right.
Dude, you would literally, they'd be like, oh my God, you weigh 200 pounds? You look like you weigh 160. You are dense.
Just think trying to get that thing back out though.
It would be easy, dude. It'd be so heavy. Just
you need some
or what if it sucks in behind you and it's just stuck?
It would not be stuck. That thing's so heavy, dude. Like you'd be having to hold that thing up in there the whole time.
I have a pretty ridiculous story, but it's not family friendly.
But anyways, back to the whole reason I started talking about that because I was thinking about Five Flag Speedway. And I remember one time, speaking of pulling trigger and make myself throw up, I got way too I had a little bit more alcohol than I anticipated.
How old were you
this night? I had a little more alcohol than I was anticipating on having this night before a race. And I remember one time Bubba Pollard told me, he's like, you race better hungover, but I did not believe him at all. And so I went in the bathroom. I was drinking like a lot of Fireball, so I didn't need much help. I went in the bathroom, pulled trigger, threw up. Next day, all good. Raced great.
Yeah, but you probably weren't hungover.
I wasn't hungover. No, I wasn't because I went in the bathroom and made myself throw up.
So you didn't follow Bubba Pollard's advice?
No, probably should have. Might have won
because he
that
probably
next
waxed
day.
you.
No. Yeah, probably. At Pensacola, I was never. I was creeping up on it before I got into NASCAR, like, because I started going there every time they raced. Because you almost got to be a local to be good there, because the track changes all the time, so you got to know all that. But I was never very good there until that last year, and then I quit racing late models.
Nice.
Yep, just couldn't do it. I wish I had a late model to go down there and race now. Kind of.
I can get you one.
I get mixed feelings.
It'll cost you a lot of money, but I can get one.
If whoever said that pricing, I'm not going to say their name, out of your gourd, sir. Out of your damn mind.
Yeah, but
KBM gets that much money.
You got to think though.
KBM does.
If you're that was for the flake.
Yeah.
Think how much tires you need for practice.
You don't.
You have to run.
You could buy
that
4
much
sets of
practice.
Tires are expensive.
Look,
4 sets of tires for the flake.
Yeah, tires are expensive.
They're not $40,000 expensive.
crash clause.
Yeah, I mean, there's probably a crash.
Yeah, you want to? Yeah, I won't crash your car, but you could buy a whole new one. That's asinine, dude. I'm sorry. Like that is not justified in the slightest.
I'm
bit.
not trying to defend this person. I was just
It
relaying
seems like you
information.
are. It seems like you are.
I mean, I'm just saying that's like $10,000 in tires.
No, it's not. Not even close.
no
What's
way.
a set? A set's
A set's $600.
There
Oh,
ain't
really?
no tires to buy anyway, so you're just getting scuffs.
No, you
No,
can't. No, down there they got tires.
They got tires.
But
They,
you got to understand right now what we're in.
Are they running
Tire
50s?
shortage.
no, they got tires.
They have tires?
Do they have, like,
they
the-
stored away some tires specifically for this race? But they do have a limit. They used to not have a limit at all, but now they have a limit. Like even if you go test, you can only buy so many tires from them to go test there.
I think it's pretty ridiculous though that guys were down there testing last week.
Everybody does that.
I know, but it's like it ruins the show.
No, everybody does that. I've done that.
Did you run the flake once, right?
I've run the flake a bunch of times.
You know what we're going to talk about next week.
Snowball Derby?
We'll probably talk about it again. But some place where you and our guest have both raced and have done pretty well.
Chili Bowl?
Tulsa.
I never raced Chili Bowl, but I have raced.
No, you raced Tulsa Shootout.
I've been in the Expo Center.
That's why I specified Tulsa instead of the Chili Bowl.
I've raced in the Expo Center. Pretty cool place too.
I really want to go to that race.
It's a bucket list for me.
I've never been to the Chili Bowl. I want to go. I really want to race in it, but I
Like,
won't race in it till I.
If we
know I
ever
can make the race.
if we ever get that 600, we're gonna do.
I don't know that you do.
We're just gonna try it.
Well, if we're gonna go to that race,
Yeah.
we're not buying those $6,000 micro. Okay.
Oh no, I know a guy. I know a guy who bought two brand new 2022 Hypers.
Well, as long as I can drive one,
I'm sure if you driver coach the kid,
yes.
then you'd probably be good.
Is this Pappy?
Put this together.
No,
Oh,
Put this together because I'm not even joking. Like put that together.
I mean I'll float the idea tomorrow. I'll see him tomorrow.
Don't float it. Make it happen.
I might run the program.
How are you? Good. You run it. This make me the driver.
No,
/
because
driver
they're
coach.
like, oh man, we just bought these new sick ass Hyper 600s, and I'm like,
where are they? What are they doing with them?
they're in. I'm not gonna say the location, but
Just a city?
they're somewhere.
Are they in North Carolina?
Not currently, but they will be because they're gonna race at the bridge.
At the bridge. You said they have a winter series, right?
They do. They're going right now.
Dump, you want to get in on pit crew action, Millbridge?
let's go. Hey, I've done that before over there. helped
If I
set
got a
cars.
flat left rear, you could just pick that thing up.
do
I
all
was
the
watching
time.
the Turkey Night at Ventura.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they were doing,
Oh, yeah, they all do that.
and they were. Well, we'll get into it next week with our guest because he's an expert.
Yes, he is an expert. I always said, I saw actually Grady Chandler tweet this, and I totally agree. When is Turkey Night going back to asphalt?
Never.
No, yes, it will. Asphalt Mitchell's making a comeback.
Well,
IRP was...
just because the local car count went from 3 to 5 doesn't mean it's
No.
making a comeback.
They had like 30 cars at IRP for that big race up there.
Right.
Was
and-
that the Little 500? What's it called?
no, that's
the
at Anderson.
Little 500 sprint cars at Anderson.
Oh.
That's
race
ridiculous.
That race is sick.
I want to see
There's
that.
guys who race V8s and there's guys who races V6s there.
And
Cody
they,
Swanson always races a V6.
and they start the race 3 wide on a track that's about as wide as my living room.
Yeah, it's sketchy.
I still want to volley or
I think I don't know if our guest has ran that race. I'll have to ask him.
I don't think he has either. I want to run that one. There's I have a notebook over my desk over there, or maybe it's in my backpack, and I have my bucket list races on it. I wrote it down like a little kid would.
Yeah.
That one's on there.
Did you run this last week?
No. This was a while ago. Every time I see one or remember one I want to race, that usually gets written down.
So hey, if there's a sponsor out there that wants to sponsor Bailey's
Yeah,
Dreams,
is there a car owner out there who wants a driver with little to no open wheel experience? I'm your guy. And with that, I think we're gonna bring it to an end here. El Dumperino, dump.
We got to
man.
get Dump back because we never even talked about why he's called Dump.
All right, well, never mind. We're not gonna end it yet.
No, we'll end it
No,
here.
no. Let's do it now.
No, I got to take a dump.
Well, you can do that after.
Well, I might. No, it's close.
Dump. Maybe you should explain how this all came.
All right, I got to
about.
go.
No.
No, I got to poop.
Is that quick,
It just hit me.
dude?
You were so
All right, I'll
That's
pinch it.
crazy,
I'll
I
pinch it
know.
off. All right, proceed.
All right, so story time, right? Story time. We're going to talk about how I got the amazing name El Dumpo.
El Dumperino.
So
Dump.
we all
Dumper.
iRace. We all love to have fun. And sometimes I'm a little bit of a hothead. And
Sometimes?
Sometimes. I've gotten better. You'd be surprised. Except when a certain person keeps wrecking me every week. Jeez.
It's not me.
No, it's not you.
I'm because I haven't turned iRacing on in like 6 months.
Yep. So, anyways, I got upset, and I pretty much dumped the guy next to me. Sorry, Bayley. And I don't remember how it started. Hey, Roger, we were talking about names.
Someone was talking about nicknames, and you were like,
Yeah, but
You
I got
voluntarily
that.
gave yourself a
I got
nickname.
that because I was a hothead, and I like to dump people when they piss me off.
and you were like, you just call me the Dumper, and you were like, you're damn right, we're calling you the Dumper.
Dumper.
And then you're like, no.
Then
hey,
it's stuck.
I have stuck with it.
Immediate backpedal, but now it's.
There's
now
so
it's-
many iterations of the same nickname.
There's-
He was our coach one time, so he was
Coach
Coach
Dump.
Coach Dump.
Then there's Chef
He
Dump.
cooked once. He was Chef Dump.
What did I cook?
I don't know. Maybe he didn't cook. Maybe that one just sounds good.
Yeah,
It was Dump, Chef Dump, Coach Dump, El Dumperino.
that's from Big
The
Lebowski.
Big Lebowski.
Aiden calls me Dumpling.
Dumplings. 'Cause that's your origin
Dumpling?
story.
We need to get him
And then
on here.
Dumpo.
Dumpopotamus.
Dump. That's a new one. When did you call me that?
Dumpopotamus. I called you that like
It's
the last-
Charlotte,
Oh,
probably.
you
Yeah.
did call me Dump. Yeah, I remember that text.
And then Humpty Dumpty. I mean, that kind
Yeah,
of just works.
Yeah.
You could just go on forever.
There's a lot of great nicknames.
But that's a
with
good thing. That's a good thing about having a good nickname. That they just don't stop. They don't stop rolling in.
that. There's always
Square body,
a fun backstory behind everything.
square.
Yeah.
You got a bunch. Not really that many iterations, but
Grimace.
Grimace,
Grimace.
the Kool-Aid Man, in
Yep.
the red shirt.
Oh yeah, that was the funniest thing.
That
You
was pretty
sitting
good.
there, and I just go, "Oh yeah." Bailey goes, starts laughing. He got it right away.
Bailey, I don't think you have a nickname.
BC,
That's not a nickname.
shut up.
That's
Yes,
his
it is.
initials.
I don't know.
The
I don't-
Curd.
I don't have one. No,
Curd.
Jess Roger calls me that.
That's a nickname though. We know you by
Him
that.
and Corey King call me that. But
Nice.
Curdly.
no, I I don't have one. Some people call me Billy.
Hey, so if you want
Or
to give Bailey a nickname, put it in the comments below.
Yeah, comment below what my nickname should be.
Ooh, we should have a top 4 and then the fan vote.
Yeah, but then I'm.
Let's get 4 people to comment first. And
Hey,
then,
you
I'm
might.
not gonna leave.
There's a lot of people that listen to this.
All right, Winnie, sign us off. This podcast is off the rails, so we're out of here, people.
Deuces.
See y'all next time. Thanks for listening.